I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
All right, welcome back. C.K. Danger Song. Underground Crabs. Okay, we got a banger for you today. Hour-and-a-half long video. The Dangerous Arm movie. Okay, the first half, just so you'll know what to do in case you don't want to watch the whole thing, I understand. The first half an hour or 35 minutes is going to be about Dangerous Arm setting the record straight and the Dangerous Arm dice control theory. So the first half hour, first 37 minutes is about. Then the second half will be on the shooting part. It's really a gambling video using Crapsy, but we had to set a couple things straight on the record up front. And we preface up front, it's going to be a long video anyway. So 37 minutes on the first part. Second part's going to be out. That should be out today. Today's Friday. The second part should be out maybe Saturday or Sunday, only because the editor is, chopping up, and I've had to go in and fix the sound because the sound was, was fine, but then it got thrown off. So, but that one's going to be like an hour and 5 minutes long, gang. So it's just a total of probably around an hour and 42-minute video. First 35, 37 minutes, it's just laying it out, saying the record straight for the record, Dangerous Arm on record, and Dangerous Arm dice control theory. Second part again is going to be the betting, where we're using Crapsy. We went out early on the first one, so we decided to do a double part special of my gambling strategy for a regular viewer, subscriber. So big shout out to the subscriber. Did the video for you. Thanks again for everyone for smashing the like, subscribing. Hey, we'll see you on the other side. All right, gang, this is behind the scenes right here over at Dangerous Arm, baby. We are behind the scenes right now, getting ready for our next video here. Making sure our mic's checking. All right, this is what we're doing. This is take you actually behind the scenes, gang. Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is what I do before the videos. Get the top nice and clean, real nice and clean. This is a black top, This color just attracts all kinds of dust and everything. Haven't been able to find the cover it's made for. I've looked all around, but if anyone has any ideas, shoot them in the comments for me. Got a special one for you today. And we're not going to really be giving out as much free information any longer, guys, because we got some very disrespectful behavior going on in the community. I'm trying to play nice. I'm giving out stuff for free here. I told you the best place to land the dice, and I broke it down with the, with my Dangerous Arm dice control theory, because that's what it is. It's my Dangerous Arm dice control theory of dice trapping, which if you haven't seen the video, go back and have a look, guys. The dice trapping, it's definitely been looked at and been copycatted. But like my throw, That throw, the Warhawk Assassin. You've seen all the videos up on the internet since I've come back, you guys. I appreciate the warm welcome back. The issue is, you know, in the past I had a throw that was, it's called the Stackers, or the Crap Hackers Stack Grip. And that throw is now has been hijacked. You know, it's just this, you know, the typical stack grip. We stack the dice on top of each other as if you would. Hopefully, I'm not. This fucking thing. Hold on here, guys. This is like straight behind the scenes. You throw the dice, you have them stacked like this, and you throw them, or you hold them here, throw them. I throw them both ways. It's been hijacked in the sense that other people are using it on the internet. Now I'm calling it another name. Call it the chopper. That's fine. You know what I mean? I don't own any rights or anything like that. But then do this big old deal about it and fuss and, you know, talk about bone whacker and all this business. And, you know, I don't have anything against anybody. You know, I just don't ever remember anyone, you know, like I thought that I was the one that popularized that throw. I showed the internet like how to beat a bouncy table with that throw. Just go back and look at my videos. You know, you'll see it. It's one of my more popular ones. I said, I'm not hating on anyone, man. You know, there was no credit given then for me showing you a throw that's designed to beat craps tables and bouncy tables if thrown right. No credit, gang. No credit. And again, I'm not going to bash anyone. I think those guys are fabulous. I'm not here to, I mean, I am here to mix it up, you know, kind of be a wrecking ball in the game, you know, because I really don't fit in with others. You know, not that I don't get along with others. It's just, you know, I'm a different kind of shooter. You know, I'm a very serious shooter, and I don't, you know, I don't really like to have all that disrespect when it comes to me because I know how hard I train. You know, no one trains as hard as me. I don't know if anyone, I mean, to train as hard as me, you have no idea. You have no idea how hard I really train. How hard I've trained for many, many years. Many years. Long time. And the things I know, you know, you're not going to get from the books. I just haven't wrote a book yet, gang. That's just the bottom line. I haven't wrote a book yet. I'm sorry for taking so long, but this is what I would be doing normally. Right here. So anyway, get back to the story here. It's going to be a longer video, gang, so just, you know, letting you know up front. Of course, we'll chop it up. All that. What do I do with that? All right. Okay, so get back over here. Looks like we got all this. I think we're going to use the red dice today, gang. We got a couple shooters back here in the back. Oh man, we got a couple shooters on this one, and they're right in our space, right here. But just so, I want to apologize up front. I'm not going to be giving up, you know, the free data like I was, gang. I'm just not going to do it. I have valuable data that I know could benefit tremendously in the dice community. That's why I gave out the information for free thus far. You know, so let me conclude that story, though, about the hijacking of the Crap Hackers stack grip that you heard here first. Just a standard stack, but I showed people how important that stack is. It got popularized, got ran with. Of course, no credit to Dangerous Harm. Just saying the OG, just pointing out what the OG's been doing. Apologize for the sniffing, guys. It's annoying. Again, those guys are great. Those guys are great over there. Big holler to them. can't think of the channel right now, but I'll shout it out once I get it. You know, because I'm not hating, man. That's not. I mean, I've got a strong game. I'm not here to hate on anyone. You know, I'm trying to bring a service. In case folks didn't understand, I've given out a lifetime of information for free on this channel. You know, this is like my work, my artwork. You know what I mean? I was around before a lot of these channels, man. You know, there's only a couple of channels doing it. You know, you had to be gutsy to be putting videos of you out there throwing the dice. That's what I was doing. That's what Bone Thrower was doing. There's only a couple other people doing it. You know, Matador. Trying to think of the other one. Rasta. Rasta was another one. Koga Ninja is definitely one. Because he actually was throwing the dice tight way back then. Long time ago. And, you know, look him up. Koga Ninja. He's another person that didn't show his face, you know, as well. And there's a reason those of us that don't show our face, we don't want, you know. I'm not trying to be out in the public and people see who I am and all that kind of thing. I'm okay on that. You know what I mean? I know some people do that, and that's great. I know some of the baddest ass shooters, none of us do that. That's very interesting. But so big shout out to those guys. You know, I'm glad that the chopper is working for them, you know, and all that kind of thing, man. So, you know, don't get it misconstrued. I just got to state what's really to write the record here. We got to write the record here while smart people are doing their thing. You know, remember where you heard it first. Dangerous Arms showed you the Crap Hacker stack grip. I showed you that grip. I showed you the throw. Now that's two ways. I do it like this, pow. And I do it like this, pow. All right. And I have another way that I do it. That's now actually the war stack. The Warhawk War Stack, but I'm not going to fucking show you here. And I'm sorry, gang. I'm sorry. I can't show you right here. I can't do that information for free. I can't because it's up there with the Warhawk. I mean, it really is. And actually, where the Warhawk, it's more forgiving than the Warhawk. We'll just put it that way. It's more forgiving than the Warhawk. So I was the one that popularized this throw and showed you this is the Crap Hackers stack grip. Some call it the chopper, but it's the Crap Hackers stack grip. Crap Hackers stack grip. Everyone knows that. So we've already beat that dead horse. See, so that's a stack grip like that. And I'll be doing videos on that. That's not going to be this video, but we're going to do a video on that where we show you a better landing zone for that stack grip and how to actually properly throw it to maximize your chances of beating bouncy tables as well as casino craps. That's just how we do it, gang. You know, based out of the Dangerous Arm dice control theory. You know, it's my, you know, dice control theory, you know, where I feel you should land, you know, which is totally different than everyone else, except some people are starting to adopt it now, which is my other point. You know, this is why we aren't going to be really giving out information for free any longer, because we have called a fox in the hen house, and we have someone that's running around and, you know, watching my videos. We're not going to really get into it too much here, but we will be bringing it up. Watch. I'm hoping I can do my payouts right on this. I know it might be within just a couple of dollars, man. I never, you know, I full press for 10 is what I do. On this, we got 150. We got 28 on the 6 8/4 on everything else. What we got, gang. We have shooters down here as well in the way. We have shooters in the way. We're using the Warhawk Assassin. It's the #1 throw. I showed you here, gang. Pow. As soon as I showed you, we had people all of a sudden after I did my video, just kind of coincidentally there, right? It's a coincidence, right? They didn't really jack my stuff, did they? Or did they? You know, where I showed the video from, you know, where you're going to be at from, you know, like beginner to, you know, advanced. And the more advanced you are, you're going to be into the wall, which when I say into the wall, I'm meaning literally throwing the dice and try, like when I throw, this Warhawk throw is based on a throw that's designed to throw perfectly down here and hit the wall and the base up, or hit the bottom of the casino table and the base of the wall at the same time, as if you're literally trying to put the dice in there perfectly, like a perfect fucking, like perfectly in here. Like if you were to take this dice and set it there perfectly, right in there. That's how the Warhawk Assassin is supposed to be landed. And so when you see me throwing that throw, I'm throwing to land into there. I didn't come on the internet a month ago, come back and say, hey, you need to land the dice about 2 inches out. Like another influencer has stated. Now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, after seeing my videos, they're now talking the same shit. And they're calling the Warhawk Assassin technology, adopting it for theirs. We'll show you videos. Might put them in this one, might do them in another one. But we're going to point out to you who we're talking about, what we're talking about. And then they want to call it the dagger. Now see, and that's fine. You know, you want to do that. Let's give credit to the originator. The technology is Dangerous Arms. It's mine. It belongs to Dangerous Arm. I mean, it's free, you know, whatever, to copy all that kind of stuff. But I'm saying that if I didn't come on the internet, the influencer that's calling this new throw a dagger, which is the Warhawk Assassin technology, which is throwing the dice down into here, you know, on the just to the left of the center of the table, landing them perfectly at the table and the wall at the same time. That's where I throw. Now, this other influencer, when they came in, they were calling their shot a kill shot, which, you know, that's out of the books. Notice I don't call mine a kill shot. Okay? It's, you know, I mean, it kills them, but I don't think of it as a kill shot. You know, again, you know, I'm not going to give a lot of information out here. That goes back to my dice trapping theory. You trap the dice 4 inches out and in. That's when dice trapping occurs, around 4 inches out, then in. Okay? That means you're landing the dice, for you new folks, 4 inches out. So it's about 4 inches out right there. So 4 inches, gang. And this is a part of my Dangerous Arm dice control theory. You got 4 inches. That's how far, once you start landing the dice at that range, 4 inches right there, and in, you're now dice trapping. The other influencer came out talking about landing them 2 inches out. See that right there? 2 inches out. I'm talking all hyped up because the dice need to land there. When they land there, they'll land and they'll hit the bottom of they'll go in, hit the bottom of the spikes, bounce back. It's like I think they said it was the bottom level or the second to bottom level of the spikes, come back down, kill them off in front of the table. And I thought, well, shit, yeah, that looks like a pretty good throw. You know? I mean, how can I deny it? Looked like a good throw, right? It was within the Dangerous Arm dice control theory. 4 inches out and in. So that's 2 inches. 2 inches out. So that would be within the parameters of what I call dice trapping. You know, I've been at dice trapping, over 7 years ago. You can go back and look at the videos online with the dice trapping. So with that being said, when they came onto the internet about 2 months ago, that was their theory. 2 inches from the wall is what they were talking about. 2 inches from the wall. 2 inches from the wall, gang. You know what I mean? 2 inches from the wall. Pew. That's what they were pumping up. That was their theory. Yada, yada, yada. And that was great. Again, I thought Does the throw look pretty good? You know, I'm not going to knock a good throw. I'm at the same time not going to take another man's theory, use it, adopt it into mine, and then just say, hey, I came up with this whole shit, when knowing I'm a fucking liar. And that's what we have here. We have someone that's, you know, they're pretty much discrediting themselves because they're taking my technology. Everyone on the internet knows that I'm crazy with landing into the wall. Like, I'm the only one that's out there that's literally throwing at the perfect throw every time. I'm the only one. CK Dangerous Arm. That's my technology. That's my methodology. I'm the only one that was crazy enough to do it. Now this other person is using that technology that came from here first, then wanting to call the throw, dagger, insult. You know, insult the technology. Insult the technology. And everyone knows that the hand, you know, I do the, you know, the swoosh, like you swoosh. You know, so with the dice, boom. You guys have seen the slow-mo. This person, their throw was doing this. However this wrist shit. And it's straight out. However you do it. You know, which is working for him. Like I said, it looked like a good shot. Now knocking is just some weird shit for me. I don't do all that bullshit. I do my shit. Which might be weird shit for other people. So whatever. It's all, you know, relative, I guess. Point being, let's have a sip of coffee on that note, gang. Settle back for a minute. It's going to be a long video. Okay. So the point being is, where I showed you to twist your wrist out. Twist your wrist out. But I showed you, that's how I actually throw. But I showed you as a beginner, you're going to actually have your hand in here, where you're just facing at the target. Face at the target and throw directly at the target. Don't twist it. Don't do any twist. Just throw at the target. So you're throwing in a line like this, down into the wall. Like this to the left, the center of the wall. That's your line. You see the stick? That's your line right there. The stick is your line. You're throwing into the wall, just lining up with the stick, throwing like that's your runway. Bam. Bam. That's the beginner's way to get your foot in the door, get your feet wet, and throw the Warhawk Assassin that I throw, that you see me throw. Where you twist the wrist. You do the Nike swoosh, you know, drag, well, that's how I do it. I drag it back, Nike swoosh, boom. You know, you can do it however you want. You can just stay there, you know, don't have to pull back. I just do that because it helps my arm slowly get in the rhythm. You know, that's how I do it. Now, instead of this stuff, straight, however he does it, you know, straight, however it goes, right? Anyway, the bottom line is they end up straight. Now it's however you do it, the flick and the lean. And I got video to prove it. You know I'm not a hater, but you know I'm not just going to let something like that ride when it's false. You got another man out there acting like it's okay to take another man's technology, use it, not even give the credit to him. I mean, what are we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? I've done that to nobody. All my shit, I even told you in a video, a couple videos ago, that I'm literally writing books right now in these videos. One thing I can say about that influencer that's still in the technology, very disrespectful. One thing they realized is what I was telling you was right. Something they did get right. They knew that what I was talking was right, and that's why they moved their landing zone from 2 inches out into the wall. And you can tell he's at his early stages of hitting the wall. Sorry about that. The mics, just make sure. You know, because I can tell the way his dice are moving around and that kind of thing. He's not really comfortable with it. But see, when you land into the wall like that in the bottom of the table, which yonder, I'm not even going, I was going to give you another detail about that, but it's okay. I'm going to hold that for probably pay shit, guys. Sorry. I got to do it. I got to do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not getting the respect that should be out there. You know, people are taking my shit. I can't just allow people to take my technology out here. I worked for it. You know, I worked my ass off when no one was seeing any video or anything like that. So it's not about like doing videos and have people see me and go, oh yeah, you know, all that bullshit. I don't care if anyone fucking sees me. You know what I mean? I stay to a viewer that I actually do the videos because it gives me a chance to study my own videos and how I'm throwing and how my throw's looking for the day and where I can make adjustments no different than Kobe or Michael Jordan. That's just me though, gang. So I said, I'm not the same as the rest of these throwers on the internet. I'm different. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into like my mindset and all that shit, but you pretty much got an idea with the Bruce Lee intro. Be like water. What do you think? So anyway, so the whole point about that is I left a very long message. I think it took like an hour to write to this influencer's, you know, page there on their video where they're taking the Warhawk assassin technology and making up another name, doing the wrist shit, and then like twisting the wrist like I showed you how to do, with zero credit to the originator. You're fake. You're a fake dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to even really get upset about it. Just call it out. You're fake. You'll see the videos. I'll put the videos out showing exactly what I'm talking about, the risk going forward, everything what they're talking about flying 2 inches out. The reason being they do give a very good explanation of their theory for, you know, hitting there. And that's great. But now you're using dangerous arm theory, claiming it as your theory, calling it another name, doing the wrist flick and everything, but you are throwing it straight down, which is not the optimal spot. But I told you that, but it's okay though. Okay, so we covered that. All right? Wanted to cover that, gang. Get that out of the way. But we're going to cover it a little bit more later on. But we sent to conclude that, we left getting that coffee. It took like an hour or so to write a long, detailed message in their video that they called the dagger, right? And I left like 8 links in there linking back to like 4 old videos and 4 new videos. You know, so you could see that I'm the originator of this technology. You can see that I clearly invented dice trapping a long time ago. People don't trap the dice. Typically, people don't like to throw in there tight intentionally into the same spot every time 4 inches in. That's how you could see in my videos from a long time ago when I invented dice trapping. I put that in there, the video and all that, and I show currently where I'm, you know, trapping the dice, which it's actually, you know, you'll hear me say it from time to time where I call it, you know, stamping. The dice are stamping. Well, because you're trapping the dice and the dice are getting stamped within the trap. That's a part of my dangerous arm dice control theory. Okay, dice trapping. You're trapping the dice 4 inches out to into the wall, right? The wall, where it hits the wall. Then you're also, when you get to a very elite level of throwing, you start to stamp with the dice. And that's all I'm going to leave it here. That's the dangerous arm dice control theory. I won't elaborate with it because I just know that people will take my shit, run with it, and I just can't have that happen, guys. I can't, man. I can't. I work painstakingly on this information. Painstakingly. For someone to just come along and act as if it's no big deal to take the information I worked hours and hours and years and years and years and years. Years and years. I put damage on my hand to understand the information I'm bringing you guys, man. That's why I say this is fucking amazing sometimes. You know, this internet shit, you know? Because the videos really just don't get the views. It's like people don't understand what the information they're having. It's like way before the time right now. It's like it would take 10 years for people to even understand, like, you know, the shit I'm putting out. You know what I mean? Quite frankly. Just the shit that would be put in the books. Just the smart people aren't like looking at it. You know what I mean? Like the smart people, they're not looking at it like, why would Dangerous Arm throw into the wall on the base of the table every time? You know what I mean? Like, why would he do that? Like the really high intellectual people, why would he do it? Why would he throw the dice where he's doing his wrist like this, getting the dice to fly like a missile, and then getting the turn at the end? Why does he throw them? Because that's the correct way for the Warhawk assassin throw. Is you throw it like this, they're in the air, you know, they're in the air, then they turn at the end. That's the perfect throw I talk about. They're flying in the air, then they turn. and they're also spinning towards me heavily because I like a tremendous amount of spin. That's me. That's where I differ from a lot of other people too. They want to control their spin and do smaller, less revolutions, a couple revolutions. I like high revolutions. That's part of the dangerous arm dice control theory, gang. So these are all my theories. I just want to lay out to you, so you know what's real and what's not. Because you have people out here posing the thing, and it's, it's not really reality, man. It's not really reality, gang. And I want you to know what's real, and we're not going to bang them, but they did. I keep getting all distracted. Let me finish that point about that. The whole hour thing where I wrote the message. They deleted the message after all that. Or to conclude that. I left a long, detailed message with about 8 links linking 4 to dice trapping and things like that. And then that's where I got off the dice tipping. Then current, status, so you can see what I've improved on. Because it was a viewer that actually brought up to me. It was like, hey, that's looks like you're dice trapping. That looks like a missile into dice trapping. I was like, wow. And I'm sorry that I can't remember your name, man, because you're important. You're important because you know what you're looking at when you've seen that. So, but I left. It was a very respectful message, guys. It wasn't disrespectful at all. It's not like that at all. I even said in the message that to their subscribers that, this isn't to be like bash your guy here. I'm not, I think he's a fabulous shooter. You know what I mean? I thought like I said earlier in this video, long video, that I thought, his theory from 2 inches out, which is dice trapping to me, 4 inches out and in, he was around 2 inches, which he was comfortable with. I explained about things being comfortable. I've already explained all this, but anyway, in another video, you have to go back and check it out. I think I did a short video where, dice trapping and releases, something like that. Just a little couple 2-minute, and it explains like at what level you're going to be at, the 3 pairs of dice. One's out here, one's, about 4 inches, one's right up against the wall. He was at that medium level. He wasn't ready to take the deep plunge yet and be at the very highest level of dice control. What, the dangerous arm dice control theory of my theory there. So, but yeah. So I left a very respectful, message to him and to his fans, subscribers, that, I'm not bashing at all. I'm just wanting everyone to understand that this creator is using something, the technology that I put out there. Everyone sees me doing it, and now they're adopting it, but they won't at least mention, hey, yeah, I've adopted, some of Dangerous Arms theory over here, where to land the dice, this kind of thing. That's all they had to do. They didn't want to do that. So very nice message. As soon as I sent it, it was gone. They deleted it. They deleted my message. So we weren't too excited about that, gang. So, so when this video comes out, I've not released a video for probably 4 days. I've been, busy doing some things behind the scene, business and things like that. So getting things ready to rock and roll for everybody, all of our loyal viewers. And, certainly we at Dangerous Arm appreciate it. We were going for many, many, many years, and we came back and still showing us love. So we appreciate that. But we weren't excited about that, gang. We don't, I'm not asking for anyone to beat up on them or, when you see this throw out there and things like that. I just got to put videos out. I have to put videos out for the record, so the record's clear, because the internet is clearly not giving Dangerous Arm the due respects for, for things. And that's fine, but because I'm not a part of a clique, I'm a lone wolf. But you guys got to know what's real out here and who's actually like ahead of like the dice control community, like who's actually like at the head, like at the forefront, like showing you new throws, new technology. I got more shit, but I just can't show you. I mean, be just because of the way I've been done on this internet. You know what I mean? As if I'm not showing you shit that's not in the books. It's not even written about yet. I have multiple throws. multiple throws. I've shown you a lot of these throws, you know, but I have other throws that they're really, really, really amazing, really fucking amazing, but there's no way I'm going to show them for free on the internet. I can no longer do that, gang, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a nice run, though. It was a nice run, but I will still keep putting videos out. I just won't have the in-depth knowledge. You know, I'm not going to give that kind of in-depth knowledge. You know, we're going to have to go behind the paywall, and I hope you guys can understand that, you know, because for me as a creator, you know, it's kind of like your artist. You know, I don't just throw the dice, you know, putting together the videos and everything. I'm trying to convey a message. I'm doing my best to teach you, you know, you know, whether you're a beginner or advanced, that, you know, there are things that, and I don't know everything. I just know that where I'm at is, you know, way ahead, you know, books and shit, you know. There's never the respect out there on the internet that really should be there. And it doesn't, you know, have to be professed. My loyal viewers here, you guys understand what's going on. It's got to be frustrating for you guys to see it also, but who gives a shit, right? But we got to make a video out to get it out and then move on with it. So that's all we're doing here, gang. That's all we're doing here on this thing. Any more notes on that? Any more notes on that before we get ready? Okay. No, I think we're about ready to be ready on that. Get our pass line going. We got our 156 across, 28 on the, you know, quarters on everything, 28 on the 6 and the 8, gang. Okay, so the rest of this video will be about just shooting, you know, making the money. It'll be a video about shooting, and we're going to be looking to have 10 hits, 10 score hits, you know, serious roll efficiency. We're going to be using a 5-4, 4-5 dice set. That's what we're going to be using, gang. Looking for 10 hits, then down. Doing this a video for a viewer who was asking, you know, what are our bets? You know, what are we doing? Our bets are really simple. It's nothing fancy, you know. We just go up for 10. The average is strong, you know, 13 to 17. Pretty much like on all the throws that we throw, you know, the Warhawk trapping throw with our other throws that we don't show here anymore. But you can see some of them in our old videos. I'm just not going to really be doing new shit where people can, you know, try to figure out where I'm at on the new technology and stuff like that. It's, you know, I hate to be like that, man, but shit, no one's over here giving me information. You know what I mean? I'm not like, you know, when I was coming back to the internet, like I scoured the internet for videos of dice control, and I really just didn't see anything that was, you know, it was kind of frustrating. I'm like, geez, the people need someone that's like, you know what I mean? Like some new shit. But anyway, so 5-4, 4-5 gangs, what we're going to use. You've seen us get the clean on here. We've got our clean on. We do have people down here in our landing zone, right here, in our landing zone. And this is where you really get a chance to see why I really appreciate the Warhawk and why it's so nasty. You know, because you're not always going to have a table where it's going to be just you. You might have to get in there where it's you and someone else, and then all of a sudden people pull up, and so now all of a sudden you got people down here, you know, in the zone. And if you're a beginner or, you know, that kind of level where you're comfortable with, you know, unless your friends are with you to guard that zone down here, this pass line zone where most people like to land the dice and skip to Maloo, like to skip them on in. I call it skip to Maloo, you know. But anyway, I was calling before they even like made a big deal. Dice calling, guys. Look into that also. It's fucking just amazing. But anyway, you know, so much shit. But so, you know, let alone the second level of dice that are going to be back, or the odds, you know, because we have pass line bets. Then we also have those bettors, craps players with odds back there. So it isn't just the first level right here where you're going to have a problem. The beginner's going to have a problem. You're also going to have an issue at around 5 inches out. So you're going to have to literally get into dice trapping, or where are you going to throw it? You're going to land in here? You're going to land in here? Well, how are you going to do that? You got a lane, you got a lane, you got a lane, you got this. So you basically have 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes right there, gang. 4 lanes. So you're going to have to perfectly throw a skip to Maloo throw. Boom. I mean, it's possible. You can definitely land here and drive in. land here, drive in. You got two open, solid lanes. I wouldn't suggest drive in from the, out here into the corner, into the mixing bowl. That's really a death trap in my opinion, gang. All right, gang. We're gonna get this thing going here.